With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello everyone, let us see the question. What is not related to cellular respiration? Option A is energy is released in a series of slow stepwise reaction in presence of enzymes. Option B is energy released by breakdown of carbon-carbon bonds is not used directly for cell metabolism. Option C is breaking of CC bonds of complex compound through reduction in absence of oxygen. And option D is all the energy content in respiratory substance is not released free into the cell. So let us learn about cellular respiration in brief. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is a process of breakdown of sugars in the presence of oxygen to obtain energy. It's a process of breakdown of sugars in presence of oxygen to obtain energy. So every cell requires energy. So this energy is obtained from breaking down of sugars in presence of oxygen to obtain energy. So energy is released in the form of ATP molecules. So let us write the reaction of cellular respiration. The reaction of cellular respiration includes glucose molecule in the presence of oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Energy is released in the form of ATP molecules. So glucose is a 6-carbon compound. So let us see the steps involved in cellular respiration. The steps involved include the first step which takes place is glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. It takes place in cytoplasm of the cell. And in glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. Glucose is converted into pyruvic acid. So glucose is a 6-carbon compound and pyruvic acid is a 3-carbon compound. So two molecules of pyruvic acid is produced. In glycolysis, carbon-carbon bond breakdown of carbon-carbon bond takes place. And this reaction is an oxidation reaction. It's an oxidation reaction. So later, after glycolysis, pyruvic acid can go into two different cycles based on the presence of oxygen or absence of oxygen. So in presence of oxygen and in absence of oxygen. In presence of oxygen, the respiration is called aerobic respiration, whereas in absence of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, the next step which is involved after glycolysis is pyruvate oxidation. Pyruvate is oxidated, and then after pyruvate oxidation, the next step which is involved is Krebs cycle, also called as tricarboxylic acid cycle. This occurs in mitochondria of the cell. Takes place in mitochondria of the cell. The next step which is involved after Krebs cycle is oxidative phosphorylation. So these are the steps in aerobic respiration. Let us see the steps which are involved in anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respirations, there are two types, which is alcoholic fermentation. This takes place in absence of oxygen. Alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. Lactic acid fermentation. Alcoholic fermentation is takes place in yeast cells, whereas lactic acid takes place in various bacterial cells. So, in alcoholic fermentation, ethanol is released. Whereas in lactic acid fermentation, lactic acid is released. So, these are the steps involved in cellular respiration. So, aerobic respiration in presence of oxygen and anaerobic respiration in absence of oxygen. So, these are some of the important points, and let us see the statements which are given in the question. In the question, it's asked, statement A is, energy is released in series of slow stepwise reactions in presence of enzymes, which is true. There are various enzymes which helps in the process of cellular respirations. Second statement is the energy released by breakdown of CC bonds is not used directly for cell metabolism, which is also true. The energy released is used for various activities along with cell metabolism, so it's not directly used for cell metabolism. So the statement is true. And the statement C is breaking of CC bonds of complex compound through reduction in absence of oxygen. This is false because breakdown of CC bonds is oxidation reaction. It's an oxidation reaction. So C is wrong. And statement D is all the energy content in respiratory substance is not released free into the cell. Yes, it is not directly released free into the cell. So statement D is also true. So our answer for the question is the statement which is not related to cellular respiration is statement C, that is breaking of CC bonds of complex compound through reduction, which is wrong. It's an oxidation reaction. So our answer for the question is option C. Hope it's clear. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.